late.
Oh, we got late now.
Do you guys get penalized for being late?
No,
Yes.
we don't. Oh,
Now we
yes.
have to talk 1 extra minute today because we were late today.
Oh my goodness.
How awful.
Like, you guys never talk 1 extra minute.
Never. It doesn't happen. Hi, Nick.
It's usually AJ's fault.
It is.
Oh, no. What? Why am I under the bus?
Because we usually want to go an hour and we're like, let's go more because I talk too much.
Just like 3 more questions, that's all. Yeah, it happens. Hey, Jay, everybody, let us know how the audio and video
pause that.
is.
What am I pausing?
That.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I seeing? Why is the screen going around? Oh, because Peter's fixing it. That's great looking. Good job, Peter.
Thank you, AJ.
Alright.
How do you make big? Oh,
How do you make big?
I'm turning into our fan, so no.
How do you make big? By the way, videos are good, thank you. Bye.
Audio and
Amazing.
video are working, but not in syncing.
Oh.
But we just tested them and they were in sync.
Refresh. Then
You're
tell
not
us.
a boy band anymore. What do you want?
Uh-oh.
What?
Poor NSYNC.
Wait. Hang on. Why am I looking at comments when we're doing Google whatever?
We're not.
We're not.
Oh.
Because there's a, okay, they're in sync for Nefenjo, who's
Okay.
our other moderator. So
Good.
our moderators today are Aiden and Nefenjo. They're always the moderators, actually, but, so, be on your best behavior. You don't want your other ire. We should introduce ourselves, I guess, huh? Let's start with that guy that's not Nate Wants to Battle.
For you, I put somebody in timeout because they said dab.
Oh, good.
I saw that. I was
Excellent.
I was appreciative.
Good. I am Nate. I guess I'm starting to not be able to say I'm newer here. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
should really
new.
stop saying that. at this
I'm
point.
not. Yeah, I'm just part of the crew, and as Sparrow pointed out, if you say anything about dabbing, we will ban you or time you out because I hate that and it's annoying.
Can we say that you're finally back performing for you? It's the new member of the RE crew. We'll make up the rest of the rhyme later.
No, you
No?
can't say that.
RE,
Exactly.
RE crew.
Did we just get copyrighted?
I hope not.
So anyway,
That's Nate.
yeah.
Hi, Nate.
And that's not Nate Wants to Battle.
It's true. I'm
Oh,
not.
we should sit around and talk about our problems sometime, like an A&A meeting or something like,
Problems?
I'm Nate. Hi, Nate. I've been on the channel
back
for
here.
like 4 months.
You.
And I'm starting to improve. Yay, that's wonderful.
So I'm Peter.
Wow.
Hi, Peter.
Yeah. By the way, I found a new feature that I'm very excited about,
Oh.
and it is slow mode on chat. So currently, you cannot post more than 1 comment every 60 seconds. So please think about your comments before you put them up here and craft them to be useful instead of annoying.
Yes.
Because that's why slow mode is on, because a lot of people didn't do that.
And 60 seconds is enough for you to add a question if you have a question for us, which we'll talk about in a second.
Right.
Or to answer a question from us. So hopefully it sounds high, but honestly there's a lot of you in the chat. And
So if you don't spam,
60 seconds is plenty. Make a bigger comment.
Also, use the word question in all caps. So question, blah, blah, blah. To draw our attention to your actual questions instead of comments.
We'll be answering questions in just a moment, though. Moving on.
hi,
Hi.
I'm Sparrow. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Sparrow.
You know who I am, so I don't know why I'm introducing myself. Oh, good. Someone got to that one. Good. All right.
Okay. And where would we find you on the channel, Miss Sparrow?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
2016 has been like the Miss Bird year, so like.
It has been kind of the year of the
A little
bird.
bit.
Yeah.
The year of the bird.
Year of the bird.
So
Kind of.
you can see me, or was I supposed to plug sister location there? Was that
Yeah,
what
that
you
was
wanted me
kind
to
of
do?
like that was a good spot to do it. I
Oh,
guess.
okay. So, I guess I'm in sister location. That's what he wanted me to say.
Most recently
so there you
seen
go.
in Sister Location.
Previously, I was in a slug musical with Gwen over here, who should
Oh.
introduce herself next because everybody knows AJ.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Why does he have to be here, though?
Why does AJ have to be here?
Where do I have to be here? Okay. Well, hey Jay, I'm AJ. You guys probably knew that, and you see me in videos sometimes, such as this purple guy.
And I'm Gwen. I'm not a member of Random Encounters, but every once in a while I show up in a video, including the slug song that just went up a little bit ago.
Yeah, best fiends forever.
And yes, they're dating.
That's also
Were we allowed
So
to say
start
that?
ship them. Stop shipping AJ and me.
Okay, so if you guys ready for questions?
I guess so.
All right. If you find a question, go ahead and just start it.
What do you think your spirit animal is?
Baby Laney wants to know what you think your spirit animal is. Nate, what do you think your spirit animal is?
I've already said. I think I told Sparrow this once. My spirit animal is actually the rapper Ludacris.
It's true, you did. We were
Wow.
driving
Oh.
somewhere.
Ludacris is my spirit animal.
Ludicrous is your spirit animal. That's rather ludicrous.
It's quite odd.
Okay.
Peter, what's your spirit animal?
Either a sloth or Mr. Meows. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, Mr.
I was
Meows.
gonna say Mr. Meows.
Uh-oh.
Your spirit animal's been summoned. Hi, Mr. Meows.
Hi, Mr.
He's
Meow.
Like, look how lazy he is.
Yeah.
It's great.
He just doesn't care. He's like, I was sleeping, but
That's
I'll
okay.
sleep here too, I guess.
I'll sleep with my eyes open. Miss Bird, what's your spirit animal?
When you're done
A
with him,
bird.
pass him over here.
A bird is your spirit animal.
Yeah, I don't know what kind though. Because it just makes sense.
Fair.
Sparrow, bird, birds.
Yeah.
All of them are my spirit animal.
Yeah.
I haven't thought hard enough about this question. Have you ever thought about your spirit animals?
I'm pretty sure I don't have one. So.
Oh, he blends into
Maybe
my
mine's
shirt.
an animatronic fox pirate with a broken jaw.
Blends into
Maybe
my
that's
shirt.
my spirit animal. I don't know. Could be. That's kind of cute. I think Bonnie Bunny is my spirit animal.
Okay.
Bonnie Bunny is a great spirit animal.
Man, these comments are still going by fast.
Yeah, I thought the 60 seconds would help us read them better. Well, let's see. Another question. Hopefully those were satisfactory. What's Mr. Meow's spirit animal, Nate?
Mr. Meow's spirit animal?
Is it you?
I think Mr. Meow's spirit animal is like a sloth.
So-
Or honestly, a dog.
A dog? Yeah.
He is a very dog-like
That's
cat,
true,
and that he
yeah.
just doesn't care.
What
You
about
kind of
baby
get the.
cat?
What is
What is baby cat spirit animal?
Hmm.
Whiny Bruce Willis?
Wow.
Don't talk about me like that. I don't
Wow.
want to hear it.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, questions,
That's-
right?
I see him in the reflection. Oh, yawn.
I guess that the squirrel is
big
just,
yawn.
Still go by pretty fast.
Yeah, sorry.
How about that one? Phantom Films asks, what projects do you have planned?
Do we just lay it all on him?
This one.
You
This one
go through. What is this one? I'm not sure they can see that.
says objection. It's the Phoenix Wright musical. It's happening.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It's eventually.
Okay. How eventually?
Rumor
Like this
has
year?
December.
Hmm.
Unless that's changed. Has it
Okay.
changed again?
So far, not.
Not so far, yeah. I think that's still accurate.
Well, to be fair, it was supposed to be October, but then
Yeah.
house.
I mean, to be
situation.
fair,
To be
it was
fair-
supposed
Oh
to be
yes,
4
yes,
years
true.
ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you
But
know what?
since I've been here, it was like, oh, October, solid October. But then
Yeah.
we had to move.
I don't think it feels like we've ever been closer to doing it. I think this is the closest we've ever felt to actually having
Yes.
it, coming out. So.
He's scared to do it.
Well, it's a big project. We're doing it in 3 parts, and it's going to have several songs in each part. And that's a big undertaking. That's bigger than FNAF was, by the way. So I think I have good reason to be afraid of it.
And we have to shoot the entire thing in like 3 weeks.
And on green screen. So it's like Monkey Ball meets FNAF meets something bigger than either, which is horrifying. But after 4 years, I think Phoenix Wright kind of deserves a little bit more attention and time. So. Plus, there's an existing Phoenix Wright musical, and I'm really excited for people to compare us with it. Like, there's the Japanese one, there's the one that was done like online that never got, I think, visuals, and now there will be ours. And so I really am looking forward to having 3 of them floating around in the universe. So, Peter, what's another project coming up that
Well,
you're kind of interested in?
We are working on a Alola Forms musical.
Oh, for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yes, which has a nice like tropical feel to it. Gwen got to listen to it in the car last night, and she was dancing, bobbing her head and stuff.
It's great,
It was
guys.
cute.
You're gonna love it.
It was cute.
It's a cute song.
Miss Bird doesn't like most of what we do, so it's fine.
You like the Sister Location song. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I got like one thing this year that she liked, so.
And out of a
You
franchise
got
she
several
doesn't
things
like.
that I like.
I thought you liked Franbo, okay, huh?
Yeah, I like Rambo. I like Senpai.
Senpai, yeah, okay.
You like Resident Enos too?
You like Determined to the End.
I did like Determined to the End.
Sweet. Oh, this is the best. This really is the year of the bird. All right, Nate. Can you
What?
think of another project maybe in planning? Like this one's more specific to you, I
It
think.
is.
Oh, to me, gotcha. Not a musical.
Is it
though.
the Tingle
Is that
musical?
the? Oh,
Oh,
you're thinking.
yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of the tingle. There you go. I thought you were thinking of something else, non-musical.
That's what I thought too.
I
Yeah, that's
was
what I
thinking of the
went to,
musical.
and then
Okay,
I
the
went-
musical, yes.
Yeah.
The musical, we are doing a Tingle musical for Christmas. I will have the fortune or misfortune. I've been begging for it though. I've been saying I need to be in a green spandex suit and creepy because I can play Tingle.
Can you give us
So-
your best Kulu Limpa?
He never really. He's like, "Yee."
That's like Scooby Doo.
Well, he kind of sounds like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, all of a sudden, all I wanted to do was like, oh! And I'm like, that's the wrong guy. He just- yeah,
Beautiful.
But yes, okay.
nice. But then there is that non-musical project.
There's a non-musical project for anyone out there interested. We are doing a Shovel Werewolf Christmas special. Yeah.
Like the 400 of you that watch the Shovel
Yeah.
Werewolf series.
hey man, there were
But-
thousands.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Either way.
But
it's gonna be
anyone
fun.
in the chat who watched the Shovel Werewolf and enjoyed it, there will be a Christmas special.
They're way more likely to be the ones watching.
It's
it,
true.
too, to be honest.
So to close out the season 1, it'll be season 1.5 basically.
Well, you guys have that to look forward to.
Gwen, do you know of any other musicals we're doing or videos?
They're always doing stuff. I don't know. They tell me about it as they do it.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
I would like to mention that we have in very, very loose planning stages a Goat Simulator musical.
Very
With
loose
hopefully
stages.
your favorite YouTuber ever,
Me?
Markiplier.
Oh. Well, that's definitely. Now we're getting their hopes up like crazy. This sounds like an April Fool's thing. Let's
fault.
just say that the other ones are all the ones that we actually are planning. And leave it at that. Alright. You have another question, it looks like.
Yeah. Why did you deactivate the comment section of the FNAF sister location for around 2 days, maybe more?
We have no idea. Well, okay, I don't. Unless someone lied to me when I asked everyone in the house did they deactivate the comments, or unless I'm lying right now and I myself deactivated the comments, which is not the case. I don't know how they got deactivated. They did, and then 2 days later I noticed and I was like, why are these off? And I turned them on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I wouldn't even necessarily cross out the possibility that there was a glitch of some sort, because we have had YouTube create glitches on us before in other ways. For some of you guys, even will remember Captain Falcon used to show up on a ton of our videos when he wasn't supposed to, and then all the audio would be out of sync for the rest of the video.
Yeah, that was cool.
So unfortunately, YouTube's not a flawless system, and occasionally something really bizarre happens inexplicably. And so I don't know what happened, but hopefully, I mean, the comment's working now. So if you had something to say and you didn't get a chance to say it, go say it now. We still haven't done the comments video.
So no, we weren't responding to negativity by disabling comments.
Yeah, you guys actually weren't, I thought, very negative at all. In fact, you were very kind. You liked it pretty well. Who wants to read this one?
I'll read it. Question: do you miss doing FNAF, or are you glad it's over?
Asked by Black Widow.
We're all gonna have very different answers to this question.
Okay.
I
Nate, do you miss working on FNAF?
I never worked on FNAF. That's not true. I did like 3 things
I
for
was gonna say,
the
you helped film
supercut.
the very end of
It's true. I
series.
did help film the final scene with Nate Wants to Battle, where he's on the phone with Mark,
Yeah.
and the beard walks by. I was actually the beard in
Yeah.
that,
Huh?
and I did sound.
That's
And
the official beard
and I
appearance in the series.
did the images in the end,
Yeah, you did
where-
the
the game footage,
yeah.
with beard popping up.
Yeah, you did the jump scare. At the
But
end.
otherwise, I have no real feeling towards it.
So do you miss it?
I don't miss it. I didn't care about it to begin with. I had actually
Oh.
never even heard of the game until these guys did a musical based on it.
Ooh. You're probably not the
Um,
only one. to be
but-
honest.
I don't miss it because it seems to be kind of, for the most part, a big headache for the rest of everyone, and don't mind not seeing that.
That's what we're gonna be saying about Phoenix Wright in like a month or
Yeah.
two. You're like, I don't miss working on Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, but Phoenix Wright seems to be a series that at least all of us like.
True. Fair.
Not all of us like FNAF,
Yeah.
and some of us like me. I didn't even know about FNAF.
Miss Gwendolyn and I played FNAF.
We did. That was fun.
We'll wait our turn though. Peter.
I both miss and am very happy that it's gone. So I had kind of an on and off relationship with the series because it was really hard work. and it took up an entire living room of our house for a year. So it's got that negativity attached to it, but it also has a lot of positivity. Every time I would actually get on a FNAF set and start shooting, I'd be like really happy. I'd be feeling like, oh, we're doing something really interesting with cool characters and an ongoing story, and this is creatively satisfying. And I do miss that feeling. I also obviously love the way that people love the series and are continuing to watch it, and it basically funds all of our other musicals, which means that we get to make more of the stuff that we really want to, which is also great. So there's some good, there's some bad.
Defenso just had to explain that you're the only one with a beard, and you are not the completionist.
That's true.
So thank you, Defenso, for clarifying.
I am not Gerard Khalil.
You have a beard though now too, kind of.
He does.
You've been back and forth with it because like they got used to watching you shovel werewolf without a beard,
Yeah, well, I
or
grew
with
it
like
out.
entire beard.
Yeah, I was gonna shave this morning, and then I.
You
decided-
can't. You have one more episode to film.
He doesn't need it though, but
Yeah.
I just kind of decided to sleep an extra 20 minutes
Sleep,
instead.
sleep is good.
I was like, I need to shave.
Miss
whatever.
Bird, are you gonna miss FNAF?
I'm only gonna miss FNAF because it makes us money. Otherwise, nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Harsh
I'm
words,
not. I'm
man.
not gonna miss you guys and your comments. I'm not gonna miss not having a living room. I'm done with it.
FNAF is like the thing actors do, like that big one high budget
Paycheck.
thing for the paycheck, so that they can go do all the other things they
Yeah.
want to do. It's why you see like Helen Mirren in like Death Race or whatever and stuff like that. Like, oh, she did that for money, so she could go do art films.
That's actually why Sister Location exists. Actually, because money.
No.
Sorry to break the news to you, but that's why.
Well, I want to just clarify also that part of making money is keeping you guys entertained. If we fail to keep you guys coming back to the channel, we don't make any more money because you guys are the ones that keep the channel alive.
Yep.
And the moment you guys decide you're not going to keep our channel alive, our YouTube lives end. And that's a problem. So, you know, we really are kind of accountable to you guys to make sure that we are entertaining you. And if you guys decide that you don't want to watch things unless they meet certain standards or criteria, then we have to at least blend in some of that material as well as things we strictly ourselves want to make.
Yeah, I think we kind of found that out on Leighton.
Someone had a question about that, so we
Yeah.
should jump to that next,
Sure.
actually.
Sorry, was it here?
So,
I think it was like, why did it seem like it was rushed and that nobody
yeah,
wanted it?
I
or
actually thought
something
that
like
was a really good thing just to answer. I want to finish our
Yeah.
FNAF thing first. I'm gonna miss working on FNAF. I always like working on it. And when we were finishing the supercut, I remember telling Peter I was sad that we'd worked on all of this like music for it and all these like character voices with all these talented people, and I was sad to say now we've finished the chapter and it's done. I'm not gonna get to go back and work with any of that music again, any of those like the phone guy theme and things like that. I'm like, it makes me sad to have done that and to say, and now it's finished and I won't ever do that again.
We're still sitting on one piece of FNAF content.
Yes, we are.
Mm.
Yes. So it's been really nice. It was actually really fun to open up some of that again with Sister Location and say, now's our chance. We get to do a little bit more with it and just like, bring small elements back. So in the future, I actually hope we get to do more FNAF. But I don't think we're ever going to do something like the supercut ever again. Not for FNAF.
Yeah. Gwen, do you miss FNAF?
I mean, I only worked on the one video with you guys, and only for like 2 hours after I got
You
off
watched
work.
Matt Pat smash through a wall
I
with a
did,
chainsaw.
which was amazing.
So-
So yes, I will miss things like that because that was incredible.
It was a hedge trimmer,
Okay, fine.
not a chainsaw.
Watching Matt Pat go through a wall with any piece of hardware is kind of fun. Like the gasp of everyone in the room waiting, like, are they still rolling? Like, when are we allowed to, like, and him too, like, him just like, like, when do I stop being crazy? It was great. No one wanted to say anything. Perfect. Okay, so anyway, now that we've all told you what we think of FNAF, do you want to go back and hit that Leighton one? Yeah. we found
That's
it.
right there. Yeah. Why did the Professor Layton musical seem kind of rushed and like no one really wanted it? Also, Sparrow, so cute heart from
Hi.
Pokegal Love.
You are cute.
Pokegal.
Don't touch the
I did,
piece of hardware.
it wasn't
Feel
there
like it was
initially.
rushed, Did it? I mean,
We shot it in a day.
well, yeah, but that most musicals we
I was
shoot
gonna
in a
say,
day.
we
We
shot
shot
Sister
Sister
Candy
Look.
Cube in a
Yeah,
day.
we
You're
shot
right.
Sister
You're right.
Locations
You're right.
in a day.
I'm stupid.
They shot Slugs in like 2 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, that was dumb of me.
Yeah, there was time that we had to put in on some things, but
Like the hat, which looked awesome.
yeah, I was gonna say we
I did
actually
that.
tried to make the costumes pretty
I did that.
faithful.
But the short answer is you guys overall prefer indie games of like the now generation.
Which has been a very gradual change, by the
Yeah.
way. When we started, you guys, most of the people on the channel wanted pretty much just Mario, Zelda, Pokemon stuff.
Mhm.
That was like what people wanted. Nowadays, most of what they want is like FNAF, Undertale, whatever, Frambo, like stuff that's not exactly AAA titles for console.
Yeah.
Um,
And Layton was made in a time when we were moving and we were replacing vehicles and we were replacing camera parts.
and we were still trying to actually work on Phoenix Wright at
Also,
that point.
at one point when we did the whole like what musical we should make when Phoenix Wright won or whatever, it took 4 years to make. That was like one of the highest voted musicals
Leighton,
to make was
yeah.
Leighton. So we were like, well, we've been sitting on it, might as well do it.
Yeah,
And
the
then no one watched it.
Yeah, the no one wants it thing is really interesting because it used to be that everyone wanted it.
Yeah.
And by the time it actually got made, because we're going into Phoenix Wright and everybody puts those two together, suddenly a lot of people on the channel don't seem to have actually wanted it. So sometimes we learn something from you guys. That's a tough one to have learned is that
Yeah.
you guys don't
It-
like everything.
It
that
might
you
have
used to like.
finally crossed 100,000
It
views.
should have done that.
Yeah,
which
it was
is
close,
nice.
but yeah, it's really interesting.
Close.
Yeah, times change. Our audience has changed a little bit. We have more people that want indie stuff
Yeah,
from
it
Steam or things
finally
like
crossed
that.
it.
Is
Which-
this too real?
I mean, this is basically what we're talking about right now. A question: how do you guys handle all the craziness from fans who tend to demand certain things a lot? A lot of the
Thank
times,
you, Deanna.
a lot of the times, if it's enough fans, if the critical mass is that high, we just do the musical, which is frustrating sometimes because it feels like we're forced into doing things that maybe we don't want to do. But at the same time, we don't typically release videos that we just don't like. I.e.,
We force ourselves to.
we find
a way to
ways.
like them.
Yeah, we find ways to like them. So if something is absurdly requested and it's not FNAF, because that one we're just gonna do on our own schedule or not at all. But if it's something that you guys have requested a lot and we end up doing it, we're gonna find a way to like it. Some of us, not all of us.
There has been many a night I have cried myself to sleep because
They're
fans
very.
have been very demanding and ugly and
They're-
terrible.
yeah.
And there are a lot of fans out there that I do appreciate, actually. I know I just like rag on you mean people all the time, but I do appreciate fans as a whole. But when you open your mouth and you say nasty, disgusting things, then I either bite back or I go and get into a funk. So that's how I deal with it.
I stop reading comments for a while if it gets too toxic.
Nate, how do you deal with crazy fans?
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen too much of them.
Okay.
I
He
mean,
has
I,
connections in the deep
I don't
web.
follow the like. I don't follow. Yeah, I don't.
had choice
I
words
think 'em
before
out.
the stream began.
I have Italian background, so
Oh, there you go.
we snuff them. But I don't generally read too many of the comments on the big musicals because I don't want to sift through like 200 comments.
About Markiplier.
But
200, that's a small musical.
well, yeah. But like, I mean, at least reading the comments on like the Shovel Werewolf stuff that I've paid more closer attention to, people in there haven't actually been ugly. There have been the people
true.
that weren't fans of the show actually like gave detailed paragraphs of like, oh, I didn't like this. You should change this.
Mhm.
They weren't just like, I hate it, go die or something like
Yeah.
that. So that's been nice that those fans at least, you know.
That's because a
And-
lot of the people who are like in the chat right now and the
Yeah.
people who are watching the small stuff like Shovel
Yeah.
Werewolf are super fans. They
Yeah.
actually like
And
us.
some of the stuff
and-
that they said about the first episode, the Goosebumps episode, which was the weakest of the show, we did actually change. We shortened them. We
Mhm.
did less with
I
Ivan, more with the Shovel Werewolf. And I know there was a couple people that were like, oh, you should do more Ivan. I'm like, well, most people don't agree that you need more Ivan. It's more Shovel Werewolf. But
Or you
the
still
comments
do
there have
Wagner.
been decent.
Yeah, because the first episode, Ivan was the most like neutral. In later episodes, if we did more of Ivan at this point, he seems a little bit more
Yeah,
surly.
yeah.
and
Ivan
sarcastic.
would be a more interesting character, I think, at this
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
than he was in the original episode, because at this point he's kind of just given up all hope. But
Same.
I think you should answer that when we're done with this one.
Julian Happyfish says, "Does AJ have a girlfriend?" Yes, it's the girl
What?
sitting right
When
there
did
next
they
to
get a
him. That's not
girlfriend?
Sparrow.
Yeah, no, he doesn't just
No,
sit
this
like
is
this
mine.
with random people, guys.
I'm your girlfriend.
And
I'm
I'm
sorry.
on singles chair island, drifting away. My lover is my new phone.
That available island, I think, is actually the term.
Oh,
It's true. I am a bachelor.
That just raised your hotness. Ooh.
Ooh. Right? There you go.
Maybe.
you
I
know what
think
else
you
raises
answered
his
the question.
hotness? His new phone. He has a Pixel.
Yeah, I bought a new phone. I
Pretty
finally
hot.
ditched my iPhone 6 and bought a Google Pixel XL. So AJ's the last standing man with an iPhone, and I think
Yeah.
he's going to be getting
Now,
a new
what do
phone
you guys
soon.
say?
But isn't Gwen a standing woman with an iPhone?
No, she's got a
No.
Samsung.
Oh, what?
Android.
Everybody's,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm this little
Never
pillar
mind.
of Apple product in the sea of Android.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
tech-
to me it was. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Go
but
ahead.
To me, I've never really cared particularly about Apple. Like, I've never had an attachment per se to them. I've just been like, I'm used to them. I like them, whatever. And they were good. They were the best on the market for a while.
Mm.
But now it's like I don't want an iPhone anymore. Like, I held the Google at Verizon, and I was like, I like this phone. It's really nice.
Really
So-
quick to return back to this question for one more moment. The way I deal with crazy fans is I read.
Oh, I thought the girlfriend question.
No,
That's
no, I think that's an answer.
She's one of the crazy fans. That's how they segue.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she's
that's
not.
what I meant.
She is
I
not.
sent way too many messages.
No,
And
no,
don't do that. It won't work, guys.
it doesn't work. But I did want to say that when we read like crazy or nasty or depressing comments, or at least for me, one of the ways out of that is continue to read comments because most of them are positive.
It's true.
And nothing makes my day like reading a ton of really nice things from you guys. And let that be incentive for you guys that you guys really do make a difference in our days just by taking that second when you like something we've done to say, I liked what you did. Thank you for doing it. Or you know, do more of this. I like it. Anything like that inspires us to keep doing it. So thank you for that because you make up for the people that try their hardest sometimes to bring us down.
There's one more way that I deal with it.
Okay.
I loudly make fun of whoever wrote it.
Okay.
And then everyone else joins in. And sometimes it becomes a permanent joke.
Okay.
Why does AJ have to be here?
Why does AJ have to
Why
be
does
here?
AJ have to be?
Why does Miss Bird ruin everything?
Why does
Miss
Miss
Bird
Bird
ruin everything? In a video that she wasn't even in at all.
Yes.
Wasn't in it.
It was a Mario Maker
Mario
Yeah,
episode.
Mario
I wasn't in
Maker.
it at all.
Why does Miss Bird ruin everything? Okay. Alright.
So that's another way.
Yeah.
I was
Go
saying-
ahead, Miss. Oh,
Sorry, I was gonna say at the YouTube panel, Nate Wants to Battle touched upon
Yeah.
that idea of if 99 people shake your hand and one comes up and slaps you in the face, which one are you gonna remember? You're gonna remember the one who slapped you in the face, but don't forget the 99 people that shook your hand.
Yeah. So I really liked that example. That's good.
That's a good
So
example.
thank you guys. You're all pretty much all of you are the 99 people that come shake our hands. And it's important for us to sometimes remember that. So even if it takes reading 200 comments to avoid the one comment in your mind that was mean, you guys are supplying them. So thank you for doing that.
Question for Miss Bird. Is your song Wanna Get to Know Ya gonna be downloadable soon? Because I love the song way too much. I'm not exactly allowed to sell it because I bought the original track on iTunes. It's basically a karaoke track that I sang over. But I do plan on making it available somehow, some other way, soonish.
I mean, if you really want it right now, you can go to keepvid.com and
That's
paste
true.
the link
you,
into the.
you can do that, yes.
Yeah.
And then click on download MP3.
But if you want to monetarily,
Monet-
if you want to give me money,
if you want your money,
Financially
just give her
back.
money.
Yeah. You can probably
I
do that.
will be starting a Patreon soon, so
Mhm.
just be on the lookout. Oh, hey, look,
That was
there
a
it
question
is,
from
right
Alyssa
there.
Bear.
There it is, right there.
Lol. Or I mean LO
LOI.
lowercase L.
Someone just
or
wrote
I,
question,
or
why
one.
does Miss Bird ruin everything? And it was funny. Well played.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa Bear. Good question.
What
What else
oh,
we got?
that's a cool question, I think.
Madison asks, hi Madison. Question, would you rather know every language in the world or know every dance move in the world? Miss Gwendolyn, let's start with you.
You know my
Let's start with
answer.
you. What is your answer? Why don't you tell everybody?
They know the answer? That's impressive.
How do they know that?
I would rather know every language in the world. I'm already working on it.
Oh yeah, how many languages do you know?
She's got
Fluently, not enough.
She's like, only 12. I'm really ashamed
She
of myself.
brings a Greek Bible to church, and I look over at her to cheat off her answers, and I go,
And you're like, that's Greek to me.
She's the person you don't bring to a horror movie because you end up in a basement and she's the one that can read like ancient Sumerian from the creepy book in the basement. You're like, why did we bring her?
do not let her near the Necronomicon. She will read it in front of you.
AJ?
I'd probably go with languages too, just because I like the idea of being able to communicate with like everybody and translate anyone's dialogue with me. So, but those dance moves would be pretty helpful,
Right?
So I don't know. In our specific, if I keep her around, maybe I take the dance moves and she can keep the languages.
That seems pretty fair.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And then you can teach each other.
Yeah.
Ooh, better.
Now, do I know the dance moves and I'm just bad at them? Like, how flexible do I have to be for this? Because I have some restrictions maybe on what I actually can pull off. What do you think?
A lot of people consider dancing a language, so every
Oh.
language.
Oh, well played.
Nice.
Interpretive
Loophole.
Nice.
dance. Loophole.
You're like
Found
Donald
one.
Trump doing taxes.
Yeah. If his taxes were dance moves.
We need to close that dance move loophole.
People be like, you made it available to me for 30 years, and now I can dance however I want.
For me, definitely languages, because I know for a fact that even if I knew all the dance moves, I would not be able to perform them successfully.
That would include computer languages too.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That'd be
true.
really handy.
Okay,
Super.
there's like 20 questions.
I might have to change that.
Okay.
Nate, dance moves?
Languages.
Really? You
Yeah.
did funk dancing in college, man.
I dropped out of it. I
I
told
know,
you repeatedly, I
it's like
dropped
time
out of
traveling
it.
back and
He would
excelling
also
at it
he would
instead.
also have to know dab.
Oh.
I wouldn't consider dab a dance move. That's like a pose.
Yeah, well.
You can
Which-
make it a dance move if you switch sides. You know.
I
with-
guess. But
All right, Miss Bird, you want
languages is just more useful.
It is.
Will there be another Resident Enos?
That's my
What is
Enos
that? Your
voice.
Enid? That was
Page 250
okay.
Jane wanted to know, will there be another Resident Enos?
I just said that.
Well, we didn't read the name.
Why do I have to read a name?
Because they want that little shout out for asking a good question.
But they get the shout out by we asking
Oh, I don't know.
this.
I like
Also,
to read their name.
there's like 20 questions of like Enos. So
That's
like,
true.
It's kind
Yeah.
of rude to be like, oh,
Fair.
this one person
Eden.
asked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
All right, well, either way.
So-
Anyway.
So.
I try to read their name.
Okay, I'll try
Yeah,
to read the
Hima
name
Chan.
too.
Jeez, you guys really were asking
Yeah,
about
they
Enos,
want
huh?
Yeah.
to know about Resident Enos.
Okay,
So we have to
all
answer
right.
about
Ooh,
Resident
ooh.
Enos.
Look, it bunny. Get rid of it.
What? What? Oh, what? Oh.
Miss Bird.
Oh.
Aiden already got to
Yeah,
it.
it's someone already got to it.
Aiden,
Oh.
our
I don't
mega
know why I
moderator.
didn't delete.
Never mind.
Why don't you put Dab on the blacklist?
Oh,
That's a good
good
idea.
idea. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
We don't
Anyway.
right now.
All right, so who
Um,
has anything to report about Resident Enos?
Unfortunately, none of us do.
Yeah.
We can't do any more Resident Enos right now because Disney is holding it in limbo for about 2 years. They have to accept either doing Resident Enos or declining doing Resident Enos, so we cannot move forward with doing Resident Enos.
Which is fine.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not sure if that's true.
Well, okay,
either.
we haven't clarified it, but it may be possible for us
Permission
to
to
do
put Dab on the blacklist.
sure. It may be possible for us to do a Resident Enos without their explicit permission. I'm not entirely sure.
Right. We haven't looked into it far enough yet.
Yeah.
But it is something that we're interested in going forward with. And I'll be honest, I still have a document on my desktop of my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
On the desktop of my laptop, sounds like a really weird phrase, that says Resident Enos episode ideas or something like that. And it's got like, I don't know, 12 of them or something. It was basically enough for an entire season should we have the opportunity to do an entire show of Resident Enos.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get to take that into a meeting with Disney or anything, but that's why it was created, was because there were threats that we were going into a meeting with them for that reason, and the meeting didn't happen. So I don't know where we stand with them, but they have the option of making more of them or paying us to do more of them. Even if they don't want to do any more of it, I would certainly like to at least finish it as a trilogy and do one more Enos, as long as we can get Mark and Dodger. Because if we can't get them back, I don't think we're
Not
gonna-
much of a point.
Yeah, it'd have to be on Disney's, budget, and they'd have to help us recast then.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I would love to do one more, and we have plenty of ideas for it. some really clever stuff.
Mhm.
That's the worst part.
I know, we're sitting on like some really cool ideas.
I still want Enos to have donut time.
See, one of the fun things is that a lot of these episodes, they rely on them meeting a new character or a monster of some kind that has some sort of a problem, and that is, I think, what makes it so much fun, is bringing in all these kind of interesting characters. Peter? Or...
Sure, whatever. A question for all of you. Have you ever lost your voice while recording a musical? I almost lost my voice just by doing FNAF because I was Springtrap, and so I was going just the whole time. Oh, sorry, baby cat.
Baby cat, it's okay, baby.
He's like,
You can't see it, but baby cat's down here just being scared out of his little brain.
Look at Mr. Mouse.
He's traumatized.
He's like, I've never seen that face on his. He's like, is this real life?
I'm sorry, cats.
Springtrap. Scary. We all agree.
scary fellow.
Clearly.
Here we thought Mr. Mouse was always chill too. He's just like in complete shock and terror.
He still looks chill, but all his hair is standing on end, his ears are like...
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we should take a picture of that.
Anyway, well, that's mine. Anyone else?
I don't think I've ever. Maybe. Wait.
He settled down already, but...
There was a musical that we were gonna do with Felicia Day where I did her temp recording while I was sick, and I almost lost my voice because of that. It's not a
Nice.
musical that's out because we never got to fruition or anything, but I think that's the only time that I've almost lost my voice on a musical. But I'm sure there might have been other times, but I don't typically ever lose my voice, so.
Because you eat potato chips.
I do. That's my secret. It's true.
Have you lost your voice at all doing Shovel Werewolf?
Man, a little
You
bit.
got close on that one
I
episode.
got close on the finale.
I
Yeah.
thought it would
The
be
problem
finale.
was,
Because you were
like,
yelling
so in
pretty
terms of
hard.
musicals at least, I've only sung for two, which
Yeah.
was Needle Mouse and
Oh yeah, you also...
Sonic
yeah, I was
Boom.
gonna say Sonic Boom. Did you lose your voice at all for that one?
I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did.
Eggman's got kind of a hard voice.
Yeah. But, yeah, for Shovel Werewolf, I got close on the finale. Like, every third line had, like, squeak, and I was like, ah!
It was
Uh-huh.
great.
Frustrating. And I was kind of sick for, like, the first, like, the second and third episode. Like, I kind of had a cold, which lent to the graveliness. But, yeah, it got grating by the finale of just, like, this deep voice is so obnoxious to perform.
I don't think I've lost my voice on stuff you'd expect, like Ganondorf. I've done okay with somebody like
You
him.
almost lost your voice with Enos.
Enos, I did. I remember
Yeah.
I had troubles at some point. Didn't I have another high voice character I had problems with, or was it
Probably
just
Toad.
No.
Really? Toad doesn't kill your
Wow.
voice? I'm
Well, there
surprised.
wasn't much to do.
I was gonna say I don't sing as Toad. Who I do remember really obviously is our E3 musical, not the Wario Rex E3 one, the one from the year before. It was just called E3 the musical because I'm on screen visually with Sean from Underbelly, but instead of my voice, Peter sings over my footage because I completely lost my voice and I
that's
could
true.
not. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So Peter ended up recording all the song, even though I'm the one on screen for it. Because it was like, well, it doesn't really matter.
Well, that's
I
not
guess.
happened before.
It's not like it was supposed to be like dubbed over anyway, but it was very specifically like I would have just recorded it myself because I was the one on camera until we realized I just didn't have a voice anymore after E3. It was too much yelling and stuff.
But on the flip side, that's not why Peter dubbed over the medic's voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just dubbed over his voice because I was a better singer.
Oh! Shots fired!
I mean, it's not wrong.
Oh! More shots fired! All the shade. Oh, sitting in the shade over here.
You can
Oh,
do voices
man.
better than he can.
It's true.
Yeah, that is true.
It's
So,
true.
I can't think of any other times I've lost my voice though. Really, I think Enos, either the first and second Enos, I had troubles because my voice had gone through a lot. But otherwise, didn't lose it enough to stop being in it. So.
If I was a bird, like a real one, I'd be doing that feather thing right now. Where it's like kind of.
Oh, their feathers gonna go.
Yep.
It's funny.
Have you ever lost your voice from singing?
From singing now.
No.
Not even like a karaoke and drinking too much and stuff.
I like that you think that's the best case scenario. No. I used to lose my voice if I did too many theater shows in a row in high school.
Yeah, that sounds.
Or I used to read aloud to my mom all the time, and you can only do that for about 2 hours straight.
I was
so-
actually about to ask you if books ever mess up your voice as
Oh,
a
yeah.
joke.
No, but they do. Like you read aloud for too long, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I was doing voices for the
Yeah,
characters.
I hadn't
and
considered that.
now
That's funny.
My male voice is a whole lot better than it was before.
Well, good for you. Okay, so generally we're okay. We're pretty good keeping our voices.
It feels good.
Miss Bird, you want
Do
to
you
read
guys like having your hair played with? Let us know whenever you decide to let us know. All right, question. I know it's been a while, but are you gonna make a Yandere Sim spin-off?
We want to next year, actually.
Yeah, there's been talk about doing another thing for Yandere Simulator. You guys still like that? Hopefully.
Awkward silence because no one can say yes.
The channel seems like his channel, Yandere Dev's channel, seems like it's very active, and the updates have been like pretty extensive. So we could do a lot of fun things, I think, with some of the new stuff he's done. I don't know.
Also, yes, to answer the further question, Nate would be Senpai again, and I would be Yandere.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they get a better person for Yandere.
Well, we didn't talk to
Or
Nate
unless
either,
Nate
so-
doesn't want to do
Oh,
it.
that
Yeah, I was
too.
gonna say, like, and this is important because a lot of you guys ask when's Mark coming back and stuff like that. We don't force people to work with us,
It's
so
true.
the best we can do is ask them. But if you ask people too often, they really quickly start saying no to everything because they don't want to be your slave. So I'm sorry that we don't have Mark on the channel enough for you guys and things like that. But we have to be really careful only to ask him for things we believe he's going to say yes to. Otherwise, we start getting more and more no's, and it becomes easier for him to just stop working with us. So don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's a
He's-
life lesson. He's been really generous with his time.
FNAF lover,
And his
he's
hands.
playing with my hair, and I'm sorry that nobody's played with your hair because you do not know the bliss that this is. It's very sad for you. I'm sad.
What is he doing to her hair?
Eating it.
Wow.
He's softening it up for later.
No.
Nate, what are you doing to your hair?
Oh, that's a good
I don't have
question.
anything.
No, come back. I want to highlight it. There.
All right. So, do you want to read this one, Miss Gwendolyn?
Question: how do you have time to do everything? I'm so lazy.
We
And
know
then there's
you're
a face.
I
lazy.
know. Me too.
Can you make
I'm
your
not
face?
making the face.
Aww. The face is like this.
You have to have like a booger in your nose too. Like, you see that? Like there's a
Is that a booger?
I don't know. It's something.
I guess it is something weird, isn't it?
Here, I'll
Something
you
weird's
know what?
going
I'm gonna large it.
What a strange
Uh,
energy.
Nope.
Windows. Old
Oh.
Windows.
Windows?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my.
it looks like a booger. Oh no, come
Oh,
back.
it's gone.
No, come back.
Show us the face.
It's like a booger.
Oh, it's sleeping. It's like I think it's a bubble.
Yeah,
You like-
it's like the anime booger bubble.
Like a snot bubble.
Okay.
I guess so, yeah. I was gonna say, because Mario RPG,
Oh,
that's how they
whoa.
show that things are sleeping.
That's not what I wanted, and I just cussed, and no one heard it. Hopefully.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Cool.
Can you read that? Is that good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
pretty
So everything, doing
good. How do you get so much done? Miss Bird, how do you get so much done?
it. When I get motivated, I get everything done.
Why do you ruin
when
everything?
I ruin everything because I like to watch the world burn.
Okay.
That's why I'm voting for Trump. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually not registered to
I
vote.
was gonna say, I don't think you can vote. Do you have like any advice for somebody who's so lazy?
I'm ADHD, so it's bad to ask me for advice because my inspiration to do things comes and goes. Sometimes I'm really active and I'm getting everything done. I'm just knocking them out, and then sometimes I'm just I'm gonna sleep for 5 days. I don't even care.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough. Peter, how do you get everything done?
My work method or ethic or whatever you call it is I really like to do things as early as possible so that when the deadline is approaching, I don't have to think about it as much. So I will, even if, there's a small thing that's a week out or something, I generally like to start it immediately, at least to get something on on paper. I also like to work in blocks. So for instance, with Phoenix Wright, there's going to be a crap ton of green screen, and some people would probably go shot by shot, do the green screen, remove the green, and then put something behind it. I'm going to do it in a block of similar material. So I take all of the green screen and I key all of that in one long swash because for me that is a more efficient way of working. And then, after that, I'll take all of those shots and I'll go through and add backgrounds to all of them and so on and so forth. Are you taking a picture? Yeah, okay.
I have something to add though. How I get things done when I'm not motivated is these guys scream at me, and by scream at me, they're like, "Miss Bird, we need you to do things," and then I do them.
True.
Because they have a more time constraint process schedule thing than I do.
What is Nate doing to his hair?
No, I don't have hair. As an aside, I'd just like to mention that AJ's phone is so old, he doesn't have a rear-facing camera.
Yes, I do.
Or,
What?
How'd
He
you?
does.
Wait,
Why'd
a
you take a
front-facing
pic?
camera?
Why'd you
I
take
don't
a
know
picture of
how he
Mr.
just
Meow?
did that.
Oh,
He
okay.
felt like it.
I was just, I saw you taking a picture of Mr. Mouse like that. I'm like, why are you
I
not
thought
taking
it
it the
would-
other way?
I thought it'd be easier because taking like a
Gotcha,
selfie of
okay.
Mr. Mouse feels easier.
Never mind then. I'm
Like,
like, is
try
his
to
phone
move.
really that old
I know,
that it doesn't
right?
have one?
No,
I was wondering
but
that myself.
I'm not a great
But-
smartphone user. So
Okay.
apparently a smartphone.
Anyway.
user
Sure.
is so old.
How do you get so much done, Nate?
Wow.
I
He's
don't
going
know.
on Instagram.
I'm kind of like Peter, and I feel like I'm the in-between of AJ and Peter. Peter likes to get things done, start things early and get them done, or get working on them. AJ seems to, no offense, AJ, procrastinate a lot.
It's true.
and
It's true.
put things off and like go to the snack bar and lounge and stuff like that.
Stare at the ceiling.
But I feel like I'm in between. I really do like to start things early, but at least with something like the Shovel Werewolf, it tended to be write an episode, shoot it the next day, edit it next day for like 12 hours straight and put it up. And I feel like most of that came from the fact that we did move, because any of that time I could have been spending like setting up a set or getting things ready. Was like, we don't have a house. I can't figure out what to do yet.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it kind of worked out in the end because the Shovel Werewolf scripts were very outline more than scripts. Like, stuff with Ivan was slower because you actually had to record on-set audio and things like that. But anything where he's playing a game is just quick cuts back and forth. But the editing was the thing that took the longest for that, for the most part. I would basically...
Disappear.
For the episodes that would go up on Monday, I would sit in my room from basically when I woke up around 2 in the afternoon and edit until it was done till about 2 in the morning, and then it would go up. So I just sit there for 12 hours. Maybe I'd leave the house to go get food, and then I'd come back.
Maybe.
And that's about it. But generally, I do like to get things done, get a head start on them. But I do fall into the procrastination trap sometimes of like, I work faster sometimes when I have a pressure deadline of like, I need to get this done. I don't have a choice. You can't put it off anymore. So,
I hate that feeling so much. Gwen, how do you get things done?
We just skipped over.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested to
He's
know.
procrastinating.
we skipped over him because he doesn't get things done.
I'm Instagramming for these people. I'm multitasking.
He's Instagramming pictures of Mr. Meow.
Sorry, Glenn, go
I
ahead.
think he's off camera.
Being shocked and appalled.
I'm a big fan of deadlines. I just set up as many as I need for myself to say that I need X step done by X time on whatever. And I get really, really frustrated with myself for missing deadlines. It's just a thing I know about myself. So pretty much I will always schedule things out and try and make sure that like I have somebody who's holding me accountable to that deadline. And otherwise, I just kind of do stuff as I feel like it. If it's not important, it doesn't get a deadline.
The way I get things done is
Yeah, how do you get things done?
I have all of my friends living with or near me, and I beg help from them constantly. And like that sounds like a joke, but it's true that this channel would not have nearly as much or as good things on it without all these people participating. So it really is a group activity. You need help from other people usually.
I just hadn't looked at the frame. It's like a cluster of people.
Nate has his own.
I'm okay having my own island. Whatever.
Pretty
It
radical.
looks really absurd.
It's like you should be interviewing us or something.
The streaming computers.
Welcome to my show. Today we have Peter, Sparrow, AJ, and Gwen.
This show could like afford like a bigger couch for us. Yeah, I'll just.
Mr. Meows is off screen, sleeping.
AJ's selling himself a lot short though. People have different working styles, and AJ his style actually, he performs better when he has less time. And I don't know how that works. I've never experienced that myself, but I've heard plenty of
It's-
people who work like that.
That's how I am.
The only problem with that is that it bleeds over into our work ethics
That's
too.
that's the problem.
Yes, I am the bottleneck for everybody else because if I don't get my end of things done,
Then we can't work on our
no
end.
one can be doing effects or shooting things or
So
costuming.
so yeah, it does slow it down, but at the same time, everyone has their own work ethic, and like
And it gets done.
yeah, it does
It
get
does
done.
get done.
So-
Obviously, there's a channel that you can
Yeah, for instance,
stuff.
with FNAF, I knew months ahead of time that we were going to be doing a FNAF musical, so I started building 3D assets then for like locations and backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Before AJ even had a clue of what he was going to write for music.
Yeah, all we knew was there should be a dining room, there
Uh-huh.
should be a Foxy Pirate Cove, and things like
And
that.
so I was like, okay, I can satisfy my work ethic like this.
Mhm.
Miss Bird, before there was a Professor Layton song, was building a Professor Layton hat
Yeah,
because she
she
knew
knows what the character
this
looks
needs to happen.
Mhm.
So it's workable.
Yeah, I've gotten worse, by the way,
I know.
and I think it might be that our deadlines have gotten worse, by the way,
Mhm.
because back in the old days when we started the channel, we would put up like a musical like maybe once a month, but it was really just whenever they got done.
Yeah.
And nowadays we try to adhere to this like every so many weeks, a new musical has to be up.
Mhm.
So we don't get to spend as much time
It's
with
like
the
having a
Ganondorf
period.
song. Back in the day, it
Here it
was
comes.
build a whole set, get a whole costume, do it when it's ready instead of
Here he comes, it's Pitfall Harry.
jumping over everything that's scary.
Scary.
Oh man, old channel stuff.
And it should be noted that when I talk about my deadlines, like I will run right up until like 2 or 3 hours before
Mhm.
even starting what I'm supposed to be doing. So I procrastinate just as much as he does.
You so bad.
I mean,
I'm terrible.
You're the worst.
I mean,
What are you doing to my neck?
the finale of the Shovel
You like it.
Werewolf
Shut
got
up.
finished at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and went up live 9:30.
That
in the
wasn't
morning.
really. That was tech problems though too.
It's true, yeah. We've had a lot of tech problems. That, like mostly on my computer. AJ's has had some, but yeah, a lot of tech problems. And we went to LA Comic Con, so like I edited all Saturday, and I needed to finish it Sunday, but I couldn't start finishing it Sunday until like 8:00 at night. 8:00 roughly was when we got back, but Peter was really tired, so I let him nap till like 11, and then we started working on it,
Yeah.
which wasn't a big deal. It got done.
Nate, you want to answer this question from Alicia?
Alicia is awesome. Asks, was Ivan / the Shovel Werewolf an experiment to the people he worked for? Also, woo to the structure of water. Smiley face.
Was
Which-
that like
It was probably on his board. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just drew a bunch of
okay.
random sciencey crap on his board. I can't confirm whether he was before being the Shovel Werewolf an experiment to the company, but I would say at this point he is an experiment to the company, as evidenced by the fact that he's watched on camera, and in the finale he's, spoilers if you haven't seen it, he's recaptured, and there's a blurry shot of a mysterious figure over him as he falls back asleep. So stay tuned. Hopefully there'll be a season 2. I would like to do one, but I can't confirm it because we don't know what our schedule is going to be like next Halloween. But I would love to do one. So
Hopefully, you guys would like to see one.
yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't catch up on Shovel Werewolf, it was a fun series that we did for Halloween season, so it's kind of done for now. Kind of. But you can go check out all the episodes. That's a great thing. You can binge watch them right after the chat.
It's true. Do it. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Do it! Okay. Who wants to answer this one?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Question: if money was no question, what is your dream musical to do? I wouldn't be making musicals if money was no question. I'd be traveling. I'd be going to Mars and coming back.
Oh!
Mars.
I don't think you would be coming back.
No, I'd be coming back if money was no question.
Could you do that still?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Like, how long does it take? Oh, I guess it doesn't take that long.
Didn't you see The Martian?
Yeah,
If
you
money's
could.
no option, you can get it back.
Okay, fair. All right.
Also physics. Also physics.
All right.
Anyway,
What?
what?
You can answer that one next. How about that?
All right. If money was no question,
That's my
but
actual answer.
yeah, but
by
you're
the
gonna
way.
actually make a musical with the money that's no question. It's given to you by say Maker. Maker says we'll pay for any musical you want to do.
Then I'd make a musical about traveling or something.
like a Carmen Sandiego musical
Yeah.
that gives you a reason to go to like Egypt and
Yeah.
Morocco
That
and
actually does sound pretty good.
Tokyo and
I was gonna say under that logic, like an Indiana Jones one would be fun, where you like go to like temples that've been closed for like ages.
you probably can't film in that kind of stuff.
You
If
might
money
be
was
able
no
to-
question, you might.
Yeah,
I was
true.
gonna say,
You just be like, here you go, Egypt. Here's like $1 billion.
Yeah,
Let me
let us
film in the
in
Great
for-
Pyramids.
Yeah. At minimum, you could probably go in as a scouting experience with an archaeologist, and then build a set based on it,
Mhm.
or hire people to build a realistic copy.
Miss Bird, what would you do?
We could go film a Mass Effect musical on the moon.
I was gonna say, this is Star Fox's opportunity, man. This is the chance.
Star Fox musical in
You
space.
gotta go find the Lilac systems that you can film there.
Is time also no question? Because if so, I would probably do Hatoful Boyfriend the musical with real birds. And that would require a lot of like tamers
Wow. Yeah.
and time
Well,
and
you
a
can
crew
afford to
and
pay
like
them, so yeah.
all of that, and that's what I would do
Okay.
Hatoful Boyfriend.
Legit.
with real birds.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really cute.
Yeah. I feel like you could probably get stock footage and make that work. I don't know. Because you just need them to sit someplace generally.
But they have to like act.
Oh.
No.
Cool.
Yes, I would want a crazy mofo.
Well, nowadays
dove.
they just animate the whole thing, to be honest.
But
then
she
maybe
said
I
with
would-
real birds.
Well, then maybe I
Right.
would animate birds
I
instead,
said,
which
you
is
could
still a lot of money. Like,
photorealistic animals.
if it's not all the people I have to pay, then it's somebody to make that.
Sure.
I mean, going to
animated.
Egypt and paying them $1 billion to film in the
Yeah.
pyramids also a lot of money.
Sure.
Money's no question here.
Nate, anything. Any musical.
I don't know. I feel like I just talked to Peter about
San
it.
Diego.
Stuff that's like, yeah, if you have to film a musical. If money was, like, I'd agree with him though. If money was no question, I'd be traveling.
Yeah.
I'd just be constant. I'd be doing nothing. Like, as fun as it is to like do filming, it's what we went to college for. I enjoy it, but like if I had infinite money, I would just not work.
Yeah.
I know there's all these people that like when they say, "Oh, if I won the lottery, I'd still work. I don't know what I'd do with myself." No, I would not work. I'd be constantly traveling. You would like never see me again.
I would love to travel.
But I don't know.
It's funny because now I feel exceptionally.
I want to be more realistic about it. Like, if money was no question, like you could do Mass Effect really well with a lot of money, or like doing an Overwatch musical where you actually get all of the
Oh,
characters in
yeah,
it with
yeah.
like legit awesome costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because like a lot of people have been asking that question is like, are you gonna do an Overwatch musical? And it's like, maybe. Costumes are hard for that though. Like
yeah.
they all have intricate costumes.
Yeah, that's not a cheap, easy
But-
one to like put together with a tiny team. And
We're probably
cash.
gonna do Mercy versus Medic at some point next year. We have someone who's
Bold.
building a Mercy costume, and her witch
Okay.
Mercy is amazing. So
Okay.
she should be able to build a good normal Mercy as
Okay,
well.
well, maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, I think it's funny that we've contorted this question to be like, do I just get all the money and I don't have to make a music? The thing is,
Mario
like I said,
RPG, the
I-
entire thing.
I'm a lot lazier now, I feel like, but it's only because we do so many projects so fast that now I'm desperate for more time to
Uh-huh.
not be filming. And that's completely opposite of who I've always been, which is always like, I couldn't stop if I tried. And I believe that's still true, that even if you gave me infinite money and told me, go do whatever I want, you'd end up with more musicals on the internet. You just wouldn't get them every 3 weeks or something. You get like one every like 2 or 3 months probably
Flip
instead,
phones
and they'd be
especially.
bigger and kind of different.
Like Gwen's petting AJ. Peter's
I was just thinking that. Very few people can see the hand.
Ah.
I'm not very.
I can
I'm fairly
hear it, so I
conspicuous.
thought it was a lot like more prevalent than it was.
So I would say probably one of the ones I really want to do is Splatoon, and it's one we're going to try to be doing, but it's one that's got elaborate costumes, and that would be a lot of fun to have
I've been
unlimited
researching
budget
how
for.
to make some of those costumes, by the way.
Have you?
Yes.
Good, because I'm really adamant that we're going to do a Splatoon musical, but it'd be a lot more fun to do with infinite money. I would say the same
So go
thing for Star
donate, go
Fox.
donate more on our Patreon. Yeah. Yeah, you
Great
should do
plug.
that.
Yeah,
That'll
we have
start making
Patreon.
money someday.
Yeah.
Um,
After, you know.
Yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm actually thinking about is not even like dream projects so much as which ones would benefit the most if we could actually have as much money as we wanted. So Splatoon, Star Fox, I was thinking there was another one, but I forgot it.
Resininas?
Resident Enos. There you go. I would love to do that. I honestly would love to continue FNAF because with infinite money, we could probably find a way to convince Mark to stay on the project. We could, if he doesn't want to be paid, we could donate trillions of dollars to anything he wanted. Something that would make it worth his time to give up some of his own projects to come finish.
You also have to find a way to convince me to be on. No.
Oh,
True. Hey, if money's no problem.
You can just hire other people. Like, the stuff I do is so not creative, it's primarily technical. He could hire pretty much anyone who's good at what I do to do my job, which is really funny.
But he,
I have, like, no
I was
actual
gonna say,
job
I
security.
wouldn't actually work as well with just anybody. So.
and he already knows you.
Well, yeah, but if I said
Overwatch,
no...
that's good.
And we like your
Oh.
charming personality.
No, you
The
don't.
other thing
I like
is
your charming personality. I wouldn't call it charming.
charming
only.
is a funny word. but-
I obviously choose to be friends with you.
Ah, foolishness.
The one other musical I was thinking about actually is so far we've been doing TF2 as like individual characters. At the end of this, it'd be so fun to make an Avengers level like Team Fortress 2 musical that is all the characters working together for some goal. Basically Overwatch, same idea.
Mhm.
But again, that's a lot of
Overturning
specific
Helena.
it's a lot of specific people and a lot of specific costumes and probably a lot of production value that we can't afford without a lot of money.
That
So,
would make the most sense,
so I would lean towards something like that as well.
canonically anyway.
Overturning Helena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be fun. That'd look cool. I'd watch that. So maybe someday that's what we'll do. I don't know. It's hard just even making
She's the one that puts
character.
them together in the first place, and they shoot each other's brains out. And all that
Any
stuff.
musical, Miss Gwendolyn, you have all the money in the world.
She's a
All the money in the world.
All the money in the world, you can make
Oh,
any
no.
musical. What would you
World
make?
Destruction, the musical.
That happened.
I don't know.
Assassin's Creed? Go
That
to
would be
like
super fun.
cool places in
She
Europe.
loves Assassin's
You could
Creed.
I've
Time
never
travel
played
to
Assassin's Creed, and I love Assassin's Creed. At some point, I really need to.
She watches me play Assassin's Creed and she just like comments on all of the historical accuracies and inaccuracies, and it's hilarious. At
'Cause
one
I love the Borgias. The Borgias are the best.
at one point
The
I
best,
think I was playing Assassin's Creed 2 or something, and she was like, "Why are there tomatoes? This is the wrong time for tomatoes." And so we started doing research, and it turns out that tomatoes at that point in time were used for like poisons and stuff. And so later in the Assassin's Creed series, I ended up selling tomatoes to a poison maker to make better poisons, and she's like, "Okay, well, they did that right."
I was thrilled. It was awesome.
Anyway,
All right, there's a question from Notch Poodles who says, "Why is AJ so good at pretending to be the real AJ?"
Yeah, explain that
I have years of practice, and I've studied the real AJ very closely. So that's why I'm so good at pretending to be AJ.
actually, he's a life model decoy.
Because AJ needs that.
That's an
He really
android,
does.
if you're not aware.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So does he pass the Turing test?
to me.
I don't know. Does
Apparently
he?
not.
I think
true.
we have stories to tell about this.
All right. We don't have too much time at this point, but if you want to hit this one,
That's a good point. We're already 3 minutes over.
yeah.
That's true.
If you'd like to hit this one, we can make that our last question.
Okay.
All right. Who's gonna read it?
I'm just concerned because
You know,
like this is
Glenn's
gonna be
never
such
read
a
a
downer.
question.
Yeah, I did. I read one
Oh,
earlier.
she only read one then. She should read another.
Oh, okay. So, question, guys. Have you ever had something bad happen on set?
I was gonna say we've done like the ultimate bad things before. Do you guys want to think of something bad that happened on recent sets?
I mean, we could just satisfy this question by saying yes.
Yes.
Coming back.
I don't think that's
anything
what that is.
anything specific that you guys remember that happened that was bad? on set?
Recently.
Doesn't have to be, but I was just trying to make it kind of
Yeah,
a mix of like relevant things. 'Cause we
So
always
on
turn to the same
sister
topic.
location, I haven't seen the blooper, so I don't know if this ever made it in or whatever. But two bad things actually happened. In one of the shots where I like slumped to the floor, I fell into the table and it had a metal bar underneath it,
That
and my
weird.
shoulder blade scraped it as I came down, and I had to stay in character because the camera was still rolling. and it was bad, and it hurt a lot.
That's in the bloopers. You can go watch that.
Yep.
The second thing that happened is, I love to slam those tables, and apparently doing so, I thought I broke my thumb at one point.
That's
yeah.
not in the bloopers.
Because it stung and hurt like something I've never really experienced before, and I could move it so it's not broken. It looks fine. Like, look, it's great and stuff. But
yeah, you
when
can play video games.
I can play video games with a
Oh,
controller,
man,
but
that's
I
not
am a PC master race, so that's
Oh,
not for me.
shots fired.
So when I took off the costume, because I was like in a white bodysuit, my thumb was kind of swollen and was red and had like a bloodline on like the crease
It's
where
pretty cool.
it bends. It was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I mean, terrible, not cool.
Mhm.
So that's something. Those are two bad things that happened on set.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else has something bad that's happened on set?
I mean, there have been bad things, but we already talked about them. I was trying to think of something new.
I was gonna say when we filmed the Slugs musical, the cats were so not into filming that with us, and we thought it would be better because our cats are like, they're cute and they love people, and well,
This one has to get used to people first.
yeah, but they hated their slug costumes so much, and then they got pretty distracted about going outside because they stay indoors all the time. So getting them to do anything on screen was horrible. It was a lot like when we filmed How to Beat a Monkey at Chess with Mark and Matt and Gerard and Crystal the monkey. That was like years ago on Mark's channel. And that monkey was similarly completely hard to work with. It did not want to do anything. And we'd even ask them in advance, can the monkey do this? Can the monkey pick up this and put it there? Can the monkey? And they said yes to everything. And then we got to set and the monkey couldn't do any of those things at all. And we were like, how do you make the monkey do stuff? And they're like, well, it usually takes like 3 years of training the monkey to do those things. I'm like, well, it didn't help when I emailed you and you said, yes, the monkey can do those things. I'm like, so flashback, that's basically what happened with the cats. We got out there and the cats were like, no, we're not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to go sniff the plants and we're going to leave. And
The
I
best
was
we
like,
got one of the cats to do was baby cat was able to run, but that's about it.
Go, baby cat.
Yeah, and we could not keep them in shot. So that was kind of bad. We made it work because we had such talented ladies on set instead. Mm-hmm. Thank you, talented ladies.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah, made up for our cats.
I'm an unruly woman.
It's true.
Oh, thank you, unruly woman.
I mean, I was blind all that day, so really I couldn't be that
That's a good point. You didn't have your glasses
I
on.
did not.
Yeah. So that was something bad that happened on set recently. Don't put
You
your
didn't have
cats in
glasses on?
costumes. And don't make your girlfriend do a shoot without glasses. And ask her to check the lyrics for you or things like that.
We put you in different glasses for Yandere, and you were still
You
blind.
did. That was awful. I hated that. Oh my gosh. I spent the entire day not just like my normal blind, but like those glasses already had like a something to them, so I was worse than usual.
It's
Wow.
terrible.
And oh my gosh, I hated you guys.
Wow.
But I didn't know you well enough to tell you how much I hated you.
Well, you look good.
Well, thank you.
You do make a pretty good info channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just saying. Anybody?
So on Team Harmony, the Team Harmony musical,
That's pretty recent.
quite recent. Miss Bird started her period that day,
Yeah.
and so her entire like brain and body shut down. So like in the
Not her brain. I mean,
in the behind the scenes footage, you can see where like right when we cut her, everything
collapses.
just
Yeah.
it was literally like baby.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm done. I'm gonna sit here and cry. Oh, I have to be happy again? Okay.
And we're like, can you jump on the chair and like jump over there, do a twirl, and it was bad.
Well, I was gonna say the other thing is that I didn't come in with my storyboard, so it ended up leaning a lot heavier on her to be creative on the spot and improvise.
That was the worst day for me to do
I
that.
was
Will
gonna say-
today.
and yet, when you guys watch the video, that's not what you're thinking. Probably is like, wow, how sloppy and disjointed she seems. She actually seems pretty like on and with it. So, good for you. Good acting. Good thinking. Nice job.
Wait.
You got anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the question was on set, not on musical. So
Yeah, I can think of one thing comes to mind is when we were shooting the Six Flags episode of the Shovel Werewolf. In the end, where he smashes the Wii remote to the ground. The first take for that, the first take for that was great. It was so to preface it a bit, we obviously we smashed a knockoff Wii remote in the Six Flags episode of the Shovel Werewolf, and we had been putting this like rigid plastic, clear piece of plastic in front of the camera. Anytime he had to smash anything, so that pieces of stuff wouldn't go into our new lens, wouldn't hit AJ in the face, wouldn't hit the camera. So we smashed the Wii remote, and the first take was good. It was decent. We liked it. We're like, let's go again. Let's get another one. I think it'll break more this time. And I smashed it, and it went flying off the nunchuck, shot through, broke the piece of glass, almost hit the lens, almost hit AJ.
It did hit me.
Oh, it did hit you. It,
Right in the face.
it hit AJ. Okay. It hit
Right in the
AJ
face.
right in the face.
Oh my god.
Big
So-
controller-sized hole in the glass, or the
Yeah,
plastic.
the-
It's technically sharp
Why didn't you
plastic.
take a picture for that on Instagram?
I should. It's still out there. I probably will.
We can take one and put it on Instagram after of the piece of rigid plastic that was supposed to safeguard everything. And granted, it did its job. It safeguarded the camera.
It did.
Because if it wasn't there, it probably would have just hit the camera
I was
instead
gonna
of deflecting off the plastic and hitting AJ.
I didn't like bleed out or anything
And-
either, but I was like, oh.
And granted, it's terrible for AJ's face, but I think he would rather get hit in the face with it than have it hit our new camera lens.
True.
Yeah.
And it did,
So-
like, honestly, that plastic probably slowed it down enough. I think it
Yeah.
would have actually.
It would have done damage to the camera if it wasn't
Why?
there. But
because, like, you make money with your face. Yeah, you make money with a camera, but your cameras are easily replaced.
Faces-
Your face, if you got a scar or you miss an eye or whatever, like, you're ugly, and now nobody wants
But,
to watch you do anything.
it would.
Maybe.
I don't think it was going. I mean, it was going at a good like speed, but I don't think it would have hit AJ with enough force to actually do any
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
permanent
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, most-
But the camera like is fragile enough that it would have just broken the lens.
I didn't know how hard it was.
I mean, worst case
anyway.
scenario, piece could have come off the controller, got in my eye or something. I
Yeah.
might have had to go to the hospital or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's why we had the plexiglass there.
Yeah, exactly. And
Which
then
didn't work.
It's so funny.
Well,
the hole
like
is
it-
perfectly like.
It
right
worked in the
through
fact
it.
that it probably slowed it down and deflected it
Yeah.
enough to not hit the camera lens,
I
and
believe
instead,
it blunted some of the damage it
Yeah.
could have caused. On the other hand, it could have shattered that thing into my face, and that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
My
But-
bad.
they can hear your feet because your feet are actually right next to the microphone.
Sorry.
That's hilarious.
but
I'll fidget with something
that's
else.
it I can think for Shovel Werewolf at least.
Well, you also had your arms come apart a few times.
Oh yeah, on the set, the arms for the Shovel Werewolf, the costume was a hot mess.
Mm.
I used Velcro,
That's
and
why I'm here, guys.
it was not meant to be like a costume that needed actual like a lot of work
I
or
could have at
anything.
least pointed you to the sewing machine. Be like, there.
Yeah, for any future seasons that happen, if they happen, I will definitely sew that costume.
Yeah.
For the finale though, it was fine because I had the adhesive Velcro, and it just kept coming off. It kept not sticking to the Eevee side of the fur. For anyone who doesn't know, the Shovel Werewolf's costume, the arms and the chest piece were made from remnants of the Eevee costume
Yeah.
that had
Like,
been sitting in the
it's
closet
Eevee.
forever. They were
She
there.
really can be whatever you want her to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, a shovel werewolf.
Yeah.
You're
But
going away.
The Velcro was terrible, and in the end, for the
Like,
finale,
literally going away. That one. Yep. Bye.
I ended up just using safety pins to safety pin it together. And granted, it worked pretty well. They started to slide down a bit, but for the most part, they weren't coming apart
Mhm.
like across the seam. Which, yeah,
Your horns were a little bit unruly.
the horns were obnoxious on the finale too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strap to hold them on wasn't as tight as it
The mega shovel.
seemed like it was
werewolf.
gonna be.
Yeah.
So they kept kind of falling off every once in a while, but.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess we've all answered the question. It's probably time for us to take off and get some things rolling for
Nums.
today.
Just to let you know, guys, Sister Location, the song will be up on Spotify later. It just takes a while for Spotify to actually process everything through their system. It'll be up soon, so just keep on looking. We don't have control over when it goes up on Spotify. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There's a number of people have been asking.
Yeah. Is there anything else that they should know about before we sign off that's going on right now? Can we have a new musical?
We're
for
not
Pokemon Sun
remaking
and Moon
Sister
coming?
Location. Markiplier's not going to be in it. No, we're not going to make more with animatronics. We might make more FNAF stuff later in life, but don't bank on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for some updates. So
And I
follow
know we
us on
said that
social
last
media.
time when we were like, oh, we're not doing Sister Location, and then we did
And
Sister
we did
Location. Point is, like she said, don't bank on it because at some point we're going to choose not to.
Mhm.
Yep.
But stay tuned for holiday stuff because that's coming up.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else.
Yeah,
That's
so
probably it.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's get some food.
Sure. Thank you guys for joining us so much. We can't wait to see you guys next time. And tune back in on Friday for another video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, so it's a surprise to all of us.
Oh,
I think it might be a musical,
Don't
actually.
I?
Yup.
I think next Friday might actually be a musical.
What are we gonna
So
do?
check back, see what comes up.
Bye, Peter.
Ew,
I just had a really good day, guys.
Peter's life is so hard. Bye guys, AJ, WJ, Beard Salute!
See you when I see you.
Later. Bye.